Hey everyone, it's Steven for Futurelooks.com, and this is our fifth and final episode of Computex 2014 coverage. We've got a lot to show you today, so why don't we jump on the show floor and finish off strong. We're at W Taipei Hotel at the Be Quiet Suite, shutting things down for the show with a quick recap of all the products that we saw this week from Be Quiet, including their straight Power 10 product, which will be starting at $110 MSRP, starting with a 550 watt power supply all the way up to 850 watts, 80 plus gold in modular fashion for the North American market, and that should be coming out really soon. We also have the new Pure Rock Series cooler for $35, which will give people the Be Quiet product quality at a slightly lower price point that people always enjoy. And of course, we've got the category that Be Quiet has never been into. That's right, they've got new cases here in 3 different colors, the silver, the orange, and the black. They'll be hitting the market for $129.99 a little later on this year, possibly in the September time frame. And that's what we've got here for Be Quiet for Computex 2014. They've got some great products, and they're going to have a fantastic 2014 and 2015 coming up. Next up, we're going to be seeing some more new products from the show floor that should be very impressive as well too. Let's go have a look at that. We're back at the Asus booth at Computex 2014, and of course we have our friend Raja from Asus here.
Yeah, we've got the Strix series here to show you next.
Sounds good. So there's actually a bit of a story behind the Strix series, right?
Yeah, I mean, when we make a series of peripherals, we like to have a common theme. You know, I mean, we did the ROG series, and that targets a certain brand of user, like the enthusiast or the extreme overclocker. Strix, we recognize there's still some mainstream gamers out there. We want to offer a whole set of peripherals geared for those people. We've got a range of headsets under Strix. This is our new 7.1 headset. It's got a DSP, an external control box, so you can control mic and the headphone body remotely. And also plug in a set of speakers to that, so you don't have to fiddle around with the control panel to switch between devices if you've got more than one. There's 4 different gaming profiles. Now, in the mid-range, we've got a stereo headset, again with DSP. This comes with Dolby headphone, which can be switched off if the user prefers. This is 3.5, so it can be used with mobile devices as well, if required. And entry-level Strix. This is USB again to power the ENC, and this hasn't got the DSP features. Right, so, this is for the guy that's just looking for an entry-level headset that offers really, really good audio.
That's fair. Do you have a price range and availability for this new Strix series of products?
We're looking at a July time frame. Prices will be rolled out around then. So again, watch out for the PR for that.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, as far as the Strix series goes, like ROG, it encompasses a whole series of other products, and I noticed that you also have graphics cards in this series.
Here, the focus is really on having very, very low noise, because that's what the Strix encompasses, right? I mean, Strix stands for OWL, so it's like perception and hearing. So with this one, we've got a 0 dB fan mode with this card. So until it gets to a certain temperature, there's no requirement for it spinning at all.
Now, is there a range of particular GPUs that you'll be starting with? Like, are you going with NVIDIA first or AMD first?
Both. So we've got the 750 Ti, 780, and we've got the R9 280 as well.
Now, in terms of pricing, are we going to be expecting like ROG has a premium in pricing? Will the Strix also carry a similar premium pricing upgrade?
Same as DC2 cards.
So really not too bad.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So it looks like ROG has a new sibling. They call it Strix, and it's built for gamers that are just a little bit more into gaming and not so much tweaking. And we're back at the Rosewill suite at the Grand Hyatt in Taipei, and we are looking at some new peripherals that I'm sure that you'll all enjoy. One of the things that Rosewill is playing with is a brand new gaming mouse right here that they are looking to launch by the end of the year. It's called the RGB 1100 currently. It's a laser gaming mouse with DPI anywhere between 1600 to 8200 DPI. It's fully programmable for all the buttons. There's 3 buttons here. One up top you can dedicate for firing, mouse roll wheel,
and a DPI setting switch over here. There's another button on the bottom of the mouse that will allow you to secure profiles and everything like that, so there is memory on board here, completely plug and play, and there's even an 8-piece weight system available for it. And again, this is going to be hitting the under $70 price range and will be available by the end of the year. There's a lot of really high-end keyboards out there, but not everyone can afford them, so Rosewill has taken upon themselves to create 2 value series keyboards down the bottom here for gamers. These don't have the mechanical switches, but they feel pretty close, and this one right here is very basic. It's $24.99, and it's called the RK8300 gaming keyboard. It's got polling rate adjustments, 3 dedicated macro keys up at the top here, and up to 19 key rollover, which isn't actually bad at all for a keyboard that's going to hit the $24.99 price range. And right underneath it here, if you want something a little bit more fancy, you've got the RK8500. Now this is a tri-color keyboard, so you can adjust the colors of the keys and everything like that, and you can adjust the intensity. Goes from red to purple to blue, as you can see here. And it has up to 10 profile support, so you can customize it for different games. And of course there's hot macro keys and everything on board, but the most impressive part, besides the fact that it sort of feels like a mechanical key even though it's a membrane, is the price, which is about $34.99. Now Rosewill doesn't stop there at Computex 2014. There's a few other products that we want to show you in a secret room just off to the side here. This is one of their new headsets called the Mark 54, and it is a well-padded headset that comes with a boom mic. It actually is removable, and it's starting to show off their new gaming logo, which is this kind of a stylized R right here. The unique features of this particular headset is the fact that it is 5.1 surround with 6 individual speakers, and what that means is that in conjunction with this controller right here, you can customize the sound for your surround rears, your center, and your front speakers completely individually, so that way you can get the ultimate properly adjusted surround experience. Now, one of the unique things about the adjustments themselves is the fact that they will actually, this controller right here will actually remember where you set it the last time, so that you're not constantly readjusting your settings. So I find that that's really cool. The MSRP of this headset here is $89.99, and it will be available by the end of Q4. Now, if you have the ability to share your music to other people, or your gaming fun with other people, Rosewill also has a set of speakers that they're launching right here. So 2 satellites and a subwoofer, so for a full 2.1 system. The subwoofer is basically your hub right here with the woofer itself, the new stylized R logo for Rosewill, and you've got your volume control, your bass control, and your treble. And both speakers plug into the back of here using standard RCA connectors. The speakers themselves have 2 drivers in them, and they're called the SP6340. The woofer itself is 5¼ inch, but there are 35 watts per channel in the satellites. There's also a control pod included with the speakers here that allow you to adjust volume, plug in your headphones and your mic, and that's included for the $89.99 price point that these speakers will hit around Q3 of this year. Now let's look at one more product that's holding up the 3 monitors right here, and that's their new display, their new monitor stand right here, which is really easy to assemble. Comes with cable management to keep things clean, extremely beefy based on what we're seeing over here. And this particular stand will come in 3 colors, white, silver, and black, and will hold monitors up to 24 inches. But MSRP has not been determined yet, although they are targeting a Q4 release date. And that's all we have for Computex 2014 from the Rosewill suite. We're going to head on the floor now to see what else is available at the show.
So today we're winding down the show. We are capturing our last segments, and we're going to take another moment to kind of reflect on what we've seen here at the show. And while we are busy doing that, we're going to kick it to Michael for another Megatech Minute.
Hi, Michael Kwan with Megatech News here for another Megatech moment. It's been a long week for me and Steven here at Computex Taipei 2014, bringing you guys all this great coverage and about all the new exciting products that are being shown here in Taiwan. And we've got all of our video footage on this ADATA HT650 rugged USB 3 drive. And you know, it's great having all the video content. We have lots of capacity in here for all of our HD coverage, and you know, we have it on the ruggedized drives. So in case I accidentally drop it, we don't have to really worry. It's well protected. It has a nice rubberized finish all the way around. So then whenever we're traveling like this, we have to be really careful about all the data that we're carrying around. And when you have a secure, ruggedized drive like that, you can feel safe that if it's jostling on your backpack and it happens to fall out, you don't have to worry, because then if you're watching this video, it means that the footage is still just fine. But Steven still has a little bit more coverage to show you guys at Computex Taipei. So let's head on out and have a look.
We're back at the Grand Hyatt in the Corsair suite, and I'm here with our friend Rick over here. How's it going, Rick?
Going good.
And Rick promised us some new RGB keyboards from CES, and they finally have hit the floor here at Computex 2014. We've got the K70 over here. What kind of premium are people looking at when they upgrade from K70 regular to RGB?
Okay, that's a good question. So the K70, the original one, is $129.99 for the single color backlight version. And the RGB version, it's $169.99. Really, there's only a $40 cost added for the RGB functionality.
Now we also have the K95. Now what the base level K95 I know is $149.99.
That's correct.
Are we still paying an extra $40 for the RGB?
Correct. It's $189.99.
That's not too bad, actually. So when you were telling me that it was really expensive, it's actually not really expensive.
I didn't say it was really expensive. You were saying it was really expensive.
Somebody told me it was really expensive.
Okay, all right. Well, actually, I think it's pretty affordable for the functionality we had.
It's actually not bad. Yeah. Now, if you really can't afford this, they've also got the RGB mouse down here, the M65. This one's going for $69.99?
That's correct.
So you can have some RGB backlighting in your life for $69.99. Great, that's fantastic. Well, thanks a lot, Rick, for the update on these new products. And we'll be hitting the show floor again for some brand new products from Computex 2014. And we are back on the show floor at Computex 2014, checking out more products from Thermaltake, their TT eSports division. And I've got Shannon again here to help us walk through some of the key products in their peripheral lineups, starting with the Poseidon line.
We kind of added a few things in the Poseidon line. One of them, you kind of saw a preview of at CES, is this Poseidon Forged, which is our one with, it's a new Poseidon with macro key availability, because that's one thing people were asking for. It has a wrist rest, and also you'll notice it's a aluminum plate. So it's a aluminum plate over it, makes it even more sturdy than the original. Then also the Poseidon ZX, which is obviously the Z is for our TT eSports certified switches, and the X is 10 keyless. So therefore, because some people like the better square shoulders when it comes to the shorter keyboard. But one I really am excited to show you here is this guy, Challenger Prime. You'll notice this is a totally new design keyboard, very aggressively styled and very, very aggressively priced at USD about $29.99. Basically, this one does 3 colors, has macro keys, has multimedia keys, all kinds of good stuff, including full lighting adjustment via this turn wheel here. It gives you a lot of feature set for a really low cost to match, you know, someone who just wants an awesome keyboard for their gaming and doesn't want to spend, maybe they don't need a mechanical keyboard, or maybe they don't like mechanical keyboards, but they really need something that everyone can afford. This is what you got right here.
And just to double check, you did say $29.99, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And when will everyone be able to pick up their choice of keyboards, including the $29.99 crushing fighting price special?
The Challenger Prime is actually going to be available pretty soon, probably within the next few months, as long as everything, you know, packaging, it all gets out to US pretty quickly. Yeah, you figure it'll probably be out there within the next few months for you, within the next quarter or so. These other Poseidons also should be coming out actually pretty quickly at this point.
Okay, and I also noticed one other thing right over here, which is this guy, the Poseidon Z with the metal keycaps. What can you tell me about that?
Oh yeah, these are actually an accessory option. They are, we're going to be selling them separately. They're metal keycaps. You actually took a second to try them. I mean, what did you think?
I think they feel really cool to the touch, and they have a completely different feel.
Yeah, they really, the weight of them really changes the feel of the switch you're using, which is really cool, especially if you put them on blacks or blues. It really makes it a lot different. And figure your full keycap set right here is going to be about, if I remember correctly, I think it's targeted to be right around $69.99. And then you have a 4 keycap set like this, which has the Dragon Escape key and 4 keys. That one's going to be about $19.99.
That sounds good. And as I understand, you also have some other peripherals to show off to us, so let's go have a look at those.
Thermaltake and TT eSports is also known for a range of headsets, and as you can see over here, there's quite a range. They make something for pretty much everyone, but we're going to concentrate on 3 of them in this kind of triad right over here. Isn't that right, Shannon?
Yeah, these are some of our newest ones, and we'll start, for instance, with the Chronos Go, the GO. And basically, with the newer Chronos series, which Chronos was really popular. It had good comfort, good price point, just overall really nice. We angled the connector here, the little small connector that goes in. We have the extendable mic. It's flippable, just like the original, lights up. This one, you'll notice, has a really small headband, really light, easily portable. Super just user-friendly, easy to deal with. If you need to throw it in your backpack and go somewhere, you're good to go. If you want something a little bigger, a little more gamer-inspired, you go with the Chronos AD, which has the same retractable mic, obviously bigger ear cups, and you have the adjustable headband that auto-adjusts, so you don't have to worry about adjusting it, losing that adjustment. It adjusts your head every time. Then we have the big boy of the group, the Shock 3D. It's simulated 7.1. It's got the codec actually in the ear cup. You've got a volume control right there, and then you've got your EQ switch here and your 7.1 3D audio button here, along with your flip-down microphone, and it's a USB headset. So it lights up, you get the cool effects, but you also get the awesome sound and the great comfort, which you got to try. So what did you think?
I thought they were really good, but one question I do have is, can you completely disable the digital part of the headset so you only run 3.5 mil off of it?
No, it is strictly a USB headset because it actually has a codec inside that drives the audio. So therefore, if you were to just plug it in, you just wouldn't have any interconnect there. It wouldn't be passing through the codec that's within the headset itself.
So it's basically built for that particular audio experience to maximize it, right?
Yeah, it's made to maximize the audio experience for your gaming and for what we designed this for, which is high-end gaming audio.
Now, any ideas on pricing and availability for this trifecta?
These guys should actually, the 2 Chronos should be coming pretty soon actually to market. I believe that one's right around $39.49 and this one's right around $59. And this one, I'm not 100% sure. We just got this sample in, as you saw, it was a prototype. So I don't think that's been finalized yet, but it'll be within probably the next quarter or so.
Okay, that sounds great. And we also have a number of mices to have a look at, probably some key ones that we'll pick out of the litter over here. So Thermaltake and TT eSports make a lot of mice, but in thinking about that, it basically says that there's pretty much something for everyone in the TT eSports lineup. And 2 mice that we want to kind of concentrate on are these 2 right here. The first one is the Ventus, which we kind of saw at CES. What's changed since then?
Not a lot, pretty much. We've done some refining to the shape of the mouse, how it fits your palm, making sure it's really, even though you have the air through design, it's really comfortable, has a nice smooth glide to it. Everything has been made to be the perfect basically end product. The perfect, when you buy it, part of our whole motto, deliver perfect user experience. We want a great gaming experience with this mouse, including the fact that this is one of our first mice that's truly ambidextrous. You can left or right hand, it's going to fit great for you.
And as I understand too, that you're also going to be targeting some of the more entry-level users with a better game experience with this mouse right here.
Yeah, this is the Talon. This guy comes in the market, you're going to see it show up in US right around $19.99 USD. And so this thing, basically for 20 bucks, you're getting an awesome mouse, has really cool lighting effects, and it just works as a mouse. I mean, it's a great mouse. It's got a good shape. You got a chance to put hands on it. It fits really well. Good for palm and claw grip. It's gonna be great for the market where maybe someone just like the other Challenger I showed you, the Challenger Prime. Maybe you don't have a ton to spend on something. We still want to deliver you an awesome mouse at that price.
So maybe we'll see some Challenger/Talon combos coming out pretty soon, right?
Yeah, I think for anyone looking for a good price point package, that's a great pair to put together. Not to mention you can match lighting effects. So once again, it just gives you a really cool experience.
Now we've touched on the pricing for the Talon over here. What are we expecting to pay for the Ventus over here, and when will we expect these to hit the shelves?
Ventus should see about 40-50 bucks, right around there, and that one's being finalized at the moment. The Talon's a little bit further out within, let's say a few months. Everything you're seeing here, everything that's new, is pretty much a couple months away from seeing, production, seeing on the shelves.
And that's our 5th and final episode of our continuing Computex 2014 coverage, which ends in this episode. I hope you enjoyed every single minute of coverage as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. So I guess we'll see you at Computex 2015 and also in our next video. I'm Steven with Futurelooks.com. Thanks for watching and take care.